Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is Zach with Zach Attack Cards. And just like the opening day has come and gone and the MLB season is in full swing, we are going to be in full swing with 2026 Topps Heritage Baseball. So we're going to start with the mega boxes because I've heard they are a tremendous value. So we're going to investigate and find out. So we're going to have this video, and then our next video will also be heritage-centric. It will be a little bit of a battle between, a value battle, between a mega and two blaster boxes. So there are also hanger packs, but I have not found those yet, or hanger boxes, I should say. And then there are retail packs or hanger packs as well, or fat packs. I'll probably skip those, as I've said before. I'm just phobic of what the corners will look like. So let's dive into these and see what they guarantee. I know it's a decent amount of cards, but let's see. So these are $50 each and are still available pretty much everywhere, which isn't super surprising because Heritage is never a big seller. I think it's almost always been targeted at set builders and such, and it still kind of is. But they have since enhanced it to allow, at least within the last couple of years, to now have the chrome cards be a lot less, or a lot easier to find. And the only difference being they are no longer numbered, or at least the standard and the refractors are not numbered. Whereas I think there are some colored ones and stuff that are. So let's bring the packs over to the side here, and let's take a look at what we get in the box. So first of all, find exclusive base red and silver sparkle parallels. So we're looking for those. Find exclusive base, we did that. 1 to 400 of the entire set. Look for the variations, including throwback jersey, alternate banner, image, and more. Autographs and relics from your favorite stars, rookies, and 70s era legends. New inserts and short printed base cards. 136 cards, 17 packs per box, 8 cards per pack. So how that breaks down. There's always nonsense there no one cares about. That's the exact same information, and then just some set information on the top. So there we go. Let's dive in and see what we're after. Once again, or see what we can get. These are 2026. I know we've been going back and forth because they're still releasing 2025 products, but these are 2026, so we'll be looking for the new class of rookies. But Marcus Semien, here's what the standard card looks like. It's coming from, is it 1976? I believe that's the year. And then this is what the back looks like. Now, I believe when there is like an image variation or something, it says it in the banner next to the number. We're not going to take a ton of time looking for that stuff. If there's anything that looks a little bit different, perhaps I'll check it out, but otherwise I'm going to take a look afterwards. There's an Ohtani card. Of course, there's going to be a lot of those. There's our batting leaders, Judge and Trey Turner. Jordan Westberg for my O's. Will Smith, Josh Naylor, and Cody Clemens is our first red parallel, followed by Yu Darvish. So not a single rookie in that pack. Probably a short print or two, if I had to guess. I'm not sure exactly how many you're supposed to get, but Dalen Lyle. There's Nick Kurtz on the cup. Very nice. Jackson Jobe. Edwin Diaz. Jacob Young. J-Ram. George Springer is our next red. And Harry Ford on the rookie, who I believe is our first traditional rookie. We have C.J. Kafus, rookie. Jason Dominguez. Angel Martinez. Peyton Toll. Excellent rookie to grab there. Ryan Weathers, now a member of the New York Yankees. Alec Burleson. And there's our chrome. This is the Silver Sparkle, which are exclusive here. And Christian Moore on the rookie there. So cool looking chrome to it. Maybe we'll pop that down here so it can stay on screen. Be interesting to see how many of those you get per box. Mets all-time home run leader, Mr. Pete Alonso. And now a Baltimore Oriole. So I will absolutely take that. Luis Heel, PCA, Cole Wilcox on the rookie. Byron Buxton, Vladdy Jr., Brooks Baldwin on the refractor, and Parker Meadows. So just to prove these aren't numbered or anything, we'll take a look at the back. It does say refractor in the banner, so that's kind of cool, but no numbering or anything like that. So that's kind of your standard refractor. And there is also kind of standard chrome as well. Bryce Terang had himself a nice World Baseball Classic. Garcia, there's Drake Baldwin on the cup. Chase Burns, rookie, here's a top one. Brett Beatty. We got Hesong Kim on the Decal Edge. It's another parallel that you're looking for. So that one's pretty darn cool. It's going to be super hard to get in here. There we go. And these are not numbered, I don't believe. No, but pretty darn cool looking, actually, I think. Sonny Gray and Christopher Sanchez, who I believe just signed a pretty big contract with the Phillies. I don't remember the details or anything, but got Freddie Freeman, NL All-Star. Runs batted in leaders, Cal Raleigh, Kyle Schwarber, J-Rod, Cade Cavalli, Lane Thomas, David Bednar, who also had an excellent World Baseball Classic, Joey Loperfido, and Yohan Moncada. Love the fact that baseball is back. And we have Christian Montez de Oca, maybe? Mike Yastrzemski, Rafael Devers. Interesting, thought that was a strange one for a minute. Michael A. Taylor, Big G, and Chris Sale, followed by Ryan O'Hearn, the former Oriole. Now is it the Pirates he landed with, I think? Bryson Stott. As you can already tell, the rookie output is very minimal, which tends to be the way it goes. Gabriel Moreno, Christian Javier, Clayton Kershaw, Randy Arozarena, Ozzy Albies. And our next one, not sure why he's flipped upside down. That is an image variation of Freddie Freeman. So there you go. You can see it right next to the number. So that's a pretty darn cool one to pull. Big Freddie just laughing. We'll stick that with the Decal Edge Parallel. And we have the Enterprise, which I'm guessing is an insert. There aren't a ton of inserts when it comes to Heritage, but there's one. And Ezekiel Tovar, a guy many people are predicting to have a breakout year in Colorado. We have Ramon Laureano. We have Brent Rooker, Riley Green, Seth Lugo, Logan Webb, Zach Gallen. Here's our rookie foursome card here, and Aroldis Chapman. Once again, made to look like the old school stuff. Got Drew Gilbert, Kenny Corona, Tristan Peters, and Justin Dean on it. So that is the first half of box number one. So as you can tell, you're going to get a lot of cards with these mega boxes. And thus far, we've done pretty good. At least a couple of parallels outside of the ones that they guarantee. Home run leaders, Luis Severino, Brandon Sproat for the New York Mets. I want to say he got traded to Milwaukee. Marcelo Meyer, Otto Lopez, Logan Webb is our next silver, what do they call it? Silver Sparkle. And Ronald Acuna Jr. Very cool. There's also a variation of those with the All-Star symbol on it, I believe. The All-Star star on it. I'm not exactly sure what it says on the back of the card, but if we come across one, we'll take a look. Jared Jones, there's Shota Imanaga, Jake Mangum, Mountie, Yuri Perez, Max Fried on the chrome. So this is our first regular chrome. We'll take a look. Once again, no numbering or anything like that, so just maybe we'll just stick that there. And Carter Jensen on the rookie. Haven't hit any of the big ones yet, but we still have lots of packs to go as we look for guys like Roman Anthony, of course. We did hit Chase Burns, so that's a good one. Yelich, there's a little record breaker. Ellie De La Cruz, probably one of the first. Oh, no, 233. I thought they usually put those earlier in the set. Corey Seager, Victor Scott. There's my guy, Samuel Basallo for the Orioles. Excited for him. Yamamoto, Nolan Shanuel, once again, regular chrome. Matt Chapman. Once we finish the first box, I'm going to take a quick time out just to count up the parallels to give you guys a little bit of an idea, again, of what to expect. Edgar Caro, Matt Wallner, Dalton Varsho, Ryan Wu, Michael Harris II, Kyle Isbell, Tyler Stevenson, Corbin Burns. Straight vet pack. Really nothing, and no big names either. Corbin Burns maybe being the biggest. Key Brian Hayes in that Reds uniform. Still looks a little out of place after spending all those years with the Pirates. Willie Adamus, Ketel Marte, Jackson Merrill, and Brooks Baldwin is now our red, followed by Jeremy Pena. 3 packs to go, and we will officially be done with the first mega box. As I said, these are $50 a piece, so you do get a lot of cards, a lot of shots at the rookies, and some different parallels and such. Zach Gallen's going to be our next Sparkle. And Mason Miller, another guy that did just a tremendous job in the World Baseball Classic. And we've got Shane Bieber. Followed by Kobe Mayo, Sandy Alcantara, Max Muncy, Cam Smith, Manny Machado, Zach McKinstry is our next chrome, and it's another regular chrome. And then Jordan Lawler. Last pack, first mega box. Let's see if we can finish on a heater. We have Thomas Sagassi, Kyle Tucker, Sal Frelick, Spencer Strider, Salvador Perez, Jung-Ho Lee, Hurston Waldrop, and Josh Hader. So once again, an all-vet pack. So we finish with 2 parallels, I guess. Again, I'll go back through and make sure that there aren't any I missed. 1 decal and 1 image variation. We end up with 1, 2, 3 regular chromes and 1 refractor. We end up with 4 of these sparkles and 4 reds. So I'm guessing that's probably expected. And then just the 1 insert. So overall, pretty good amount of color. You're going to end up with more than really a dozen parallels. So that's real nice. So let's dive into the second one. See if maybe we can have a little better luck with our parallels. We didn't really hit too many nice names on those. Trey Yasavich is a nice rookie to go after. Noel V. Marte, Francisco Lindor, record breaker Cal Raleigh, Jansen, Hunter Goodman, and look at this. This is a nice one. We have Aaron Judge and Trey Turner on the Sparkle, followed by Colton Cowser, the milkman himself, who I believe will be our everyday center fielder this season. Maybe just some games, but I think they said he'd be every day. Abrams, Andujar, Turner, Austin Riley, Carlos Estevez, Fernando Tatis Jr. And that is an image variation. How cool is that? So we end up with another one. We get Acuna on the Enterprise and Emmett Sheehan. just kind of looked like a different picture. You know, at least with the Freddie Freeman, it was, I want to say it was upside down. So we get 2 image variations, 2 very good players. Freddie Freeman, probably a future Hall of Famer. Hard to tell if Tatis is going to be disqualified due to his previous PED suspension. Nolan McLean. You know, say what you will about him in the World Baseball Classic. He definitely did struggle, but at the end of the day, he did the best he could for a rookie. And I think it was probably just, again, not taking anything away from him, probably not the best call to make him the starter of the championship game, especially when you had Logan Webb on your staff, you had Paul Skeens on the staff, you had, I know Scooble was no longer going to pitch, but it was also kind of annoying that he was still there even though he wasn't going to pitch anymore. Like, I feel like, why are you here? Like, other people went back to their clubs to, you know, get ready for the season. And he was just like, well, I'm not going to pitch anymore, but I'm going to stay with the team. Would have been like, dude, get out of here. Seiya Suzuki. And we got another one upside down. What do we got here? Nothing. Unless it was this one? No? Okay, so complete fake out there, apparently. But that's all I'll say for Nolan McLean. I think, again, anybody harshly judging him should judge him more based on his season rather than, you know, what he was doing in that. While you're Abreu, excellent player for the champion Venezuela. Mesa, Contreras, Collins gets the cup. Wyatt Langford, Chase Madroth. And our red is Cody Clemens and Stephen Kwan. Be interesting to see if we can find anything numbered as well, because I mean, numbering is always very difficult to come across in Heritage, but we'll just see. You never know. Shohei, there he is on his NL All-Star card. His stuff just goes up and up and up, man. A lot of his base cards are going for $2 now, which I think is pretty crazy since we know how much they've produced of his base cards the last few years. Our next Sparkle is Carlos Estevez and Robert Suarez, the leading firemen. And Aaron Judge on the All-Star card. So Judge and, is that Judge and Shohei in the same pack? I mean, it's kind of hard to say one name without the other anymore, right? Who's better? This one, you know, whatever. Acuna, Carter Jensen. I kind of look at it this way, right? So I'm obviously going to be a little bit biased since I'm an Oriole fan. Hyun Kim on the chrome. But if I was starting a squad tomorrow, if I was building a team tomorrow from the ground up, Shohei would be the guy I would pick for that team. I just feel like he would be the stronger player. It's not only, he can also help the team from both sides of the ball, you know what I mean? And from that, I don't just mean pitching. I mean, he can also help counsel the guys. Boom. But that's just my 2 cents. Raleigh Schwarber. Eugenio Suarez, another Venezuela champion. And Cedric Mullins on the Rays. Man, that's hard to see. Said he was on my O's for so darn long, and now he's back in the division, but not with my team. I was rooting for him when they traded him to the Mets last year, but unfortunately that whole team kind of went down in flames. And I'm pretty sure he didn't play all that well. Turn back the clock. Insert. The captain records his 3,000th career hit 15 years ago. Derek Jeter. And Brady House. A nice rookie. So our last half of this opening. Second half of the second mega. Brendan Donovan. Dylan Beavers. There we go for my O's. We got Roki. Epio. Lou Bob. Riley Green, record breaker. Brooks Lee on our red, and Zach Gallen. And so far, no autographs or patches yet either. Let's see if we can change that in this part of the box here. George Springer, Brooks Baldwin. Wow, all of our silvers have pretty much been these guys. Raleigh and Schwarber, all these leader cards, so that's pretty darn cool. And Jesus Sanchez. I don't mind that, that's for sure. Bryce Eldridge for the Giants. Oop, Luis Morales. Jordan, Cody Clemens, Joey Loperfido, Kyle Manzardo, Gunner on the chrome. Let's do it. That's awesome. And Ryan O'Hearn. Absolutely amazing. Gunnar Henderson. I'll take that. Big win there for me. Another guy who had an excellent World Baseball Classic. I think he is ready for the year. Lawrence Butler, Javi Baez, victory leaders, Fried Peralta, Volpe, John Kenzie Noel, upside down Neto, but nothing, and Soler. 5 packs to go. I think we've been able to keep it relatively economical for you guys so far. Kutch, there's Ward, now an O. McMahon, Hassan Kim, Betts, Springer on the red, and Jack Flaherty. Matt Strom, Jackson Holiday for my O's. Now we're getting them. Robles, we have Andrew Hoffman. Bobby Witt Jr., great one there. Cal Raleigh, Kyle Schwarber, runs batted in. And Jesus Luzardo. So I'm telling you, all of them in this one have been the leader cards, which is kind of crazy. Cole Young for Seattle. Crochet, Herberto Hernandez, Suarez, Carroll, Correa. Got something. We got a Manny Machado upside down. Oh, it's a refractor. So I'm not sure why they turned it upside down, but pretty darn cool one. That's a nice name. Probably a future Hall of Famer. I know he's not extremely well liked, but can't take away from the fact that he's been an excellent player for his career. Owen Cassee, Peralta, the AL Championship. Springer sends the Jays to the series. Earned run average leaders, Skubal and Skeens. Bradley Rodriguez. Got another upside down, but doesn't appear to be anything. Contreras and Freeland. Very strange fake outs. And our last pack. Evan Carter, Kyle Teal, Royce Lewis, Denzel Clark, Dylan Dingler, Bubba Chandler. Red is Brooks Baldwin, who I think we have, and Kyle Schwarber. So not bad. We don't end up with an auto or any of the any of the patches, relics, whatever you want to call it, but we end up with a few parallels, 3 of those to be sure from the 2. A nice number of chrome and refractors. Looks like you get 3 chromes and 1 refractor per box from the looks of that. And these ended up being pretty darn cool. 1 featuring Judge, 2 featuring Cal Raleigh, so those are some really nice names there. Bunch of the reds, though I don't think we did all that great in terms of names. Maybe George Springer being one of the best, and I got 2 of that one, so. And then this is all the rookies for 2 mega boxes. Very small output, so again, something to keep in mind. But, I mean, I would argue that I still think these are the way to go, and then again, everybody has been saying that from what I've read in the different forums and stuff, so, and you know, Reddit, all that kind of stuff. But our next video is going to prove it. We're going to have 1 mega box versus 2 blaster boxes. So basically a $50 cost battle, and see what we get in each and determine which one is the better value. But as of now, I would say the mega box is definitely a buy if you enjoy Topps Heritage, that is. So with that said, let's wrap things up, get you guys on out of here since I know it's been a little bit longer. If you could head down below, hit the subscribe button, click the like while you're there. Let me know what you think of early season baseball. Let me know what you think of Topps Heritage down in the comments below. We put out videos every Monday and Friday. You can click the little bell to be notified when we upload new videos. And like I say, every time, the name of the game with our videos are really just to have fun and be a little bit informative. So if that's what you're interested in, then I hope you join us for the ride. And the last thing I want to say is just thank you guys. Thank each and every one of you. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for being the tremendous community that you are and for spending each and every second with me that you do. I really, really appreciate that and mean that from the bottom of my heart. So with that said, I'm going to get you guys on out of here and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.